What is it like to be representing not only Scotland but the entire UK?
Oh,
only you!
it's good. I wish I had my teammates with me. I miss them to bits, but it's also really, really nice to be able to say that I'm one of the nations within RaceRunning. In the national squad, there are 3, but there's a development squad for athletes who are training to be in the national squad, and there are 5. I'm actually one of them, but I'm going to move up when we go to the IWAS World Games instead. Okay, and then there are, I think, 4 clubs or 5 clubs in the whole of Scotland. And I can't tell you how many people there are, but there are a lot. There are quite a lot. In Ayr, in the club in Ayr, Ace Race Runners, anywhere from like 20 to 40 athletes, I think, maybe. Lots of children. Many just do it for recreation and not elite sport, but they are racing each other, and that is part of the club. And then a lot of race runners just join in with disability clubs, so it's hard to tell. Some days they won't go, some days they will, but I think in my club in Scotstoun, there's one in Scotstoun in Glasgow, that's 3 to 4 people only who go there, who race run, and then about 7, 8, 9 who go to another one in Glasgow called Red Star, but there's 2 in Glasgow.
Peter Drysdale, who is one of the leading persons promoting race running, and actually the first father who said there might be more into it for my son just to do it at school and be able to participate in physical activities at school. It might be something we can bring on to other children and get it started. Yeah, and I realized that the strategy in Scotland has been, let's catch the children while they're young and let the movement grow with the kids as they grow up, and then we might be ready for competition and competitive sport later on.
Hardly anybody knows about it. I try and speak to as many people as possible about it. I go to sports centres and I'm like, have you heard of race running? I go on the internet and everybody's like, no, what's that? But once they see it, it's the good thing. Anybody who sees it knows it's a great thing, a good thing. So you just have to introduce somebody to it. They really have to see it to believe it, because when I describe it, they don't understand. But the media, hardly anything. I've tried to get people in the media to be interested, but no. I've got a few Facebook posts now and again to companies like who make sportswear who said they'll give me a shout out. But not really. It's very poor and it needs a lot of work. There's Cerebral Palsy England and Wales, which is a disability sport institution, and they've had race running on their agenda for a long time, but I don't know of any clubs or any means that a person would actually get involved apart from contacting you, getting a race runner brought over. Recently, I've heard that a big charity that works with disability sport is going to take 40 children in the London and East area, and they're going to let them try race running, and that charity works with a lot of high-class Olympic athletes, Paralympic athletes.
And try and see if they can develop them.
Yeah, and basically just introduce them, see if they can get them really excited about it, and then the charity and the children and the already current athletes will work together and create maybe some clubs, but I'm not very sure.
Is it the organisation Sparks?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
It's the organisation.
And I know that the company Quest is involved in trying to set it up and get them started.
Personally, I can turn up to small sports clubs with my race runner and just introduce them to it and say there is this world out there, and also primary schools, secondary schools. I can try and there's a big cerebral palsy network, especially in Glasgow in Scotland, and that's how race running has travelled so fast in our town, but other towns haven't really heard of it. So I just need to get people, parents like the Drysdales in each town, and then they can kind of start the Chinese whispers, this sport exists, And I think once we've got that, we've got a bigger basis to get the racing standards up and get big races that will get lots of attention and lots of people to watch. And then when they see what people in wheelchairs and people with my disability can do, then that will spread further. That's what I think I could do. That's the small amount of clubs we have. So there's one in Perth. It's like a local competition that mainstream clubs and also all different disability athletics join in with. So big competitions, but they are local. They're called local ones. One's in Perth, Wishall, Grangemouth. There was one in Glasgow. There's no in Edinburgh.
Is it?
So we're going.
That would be a promotional thing,
yeah,
kind of.
But we are racing, and we'll get times from that, and that's our only national one thing.
The part of this Grand Prix area?
No, that's only something specific to England, and at the moment we are going to go down to as many CP Grand Prix as we can, but there aren't any English contestants, I don't think.
On your mark.
Watch your lean, Gavin. Gavin. Come on, Hannah. Go on, Gavin. Go on, Hannah.
Go on, Hannah.
Go on, Hannah. Chase him, Hannah. Chase him.
Red Star on Crown Point Road in Glasgow is the best one for coaching. We've got two really amazing coaches called Janice and Ian, and they are really well standard. I think Ian coaches wheelchair racing, and Janice coaches race running. But they've been in the business for 25 years. They run their own disability athletics club. And they've won tons of prizes, and they're just great, very athlete orientated. As long as the athletes are fine, then the success will come. They don't focus on the success and then put it. And if you aren't successful, they will still coach you and stuff. You will be. I don't think so actually. The wheelchair races go a lot faster, so we tend to go around the track with them, but do lots like shorter distances, and obviously we're slower, so they'll do many more laps. And the runners, no, we do more than the runners actually. So yeah.